Hey everyone, welcome to yet another video from Grassroots Education. My name is Aparna, and in today's video, I'm going to tell you 5 mistakes that are making you reach band 5 in your speaking test. So these are the 5 mistakes that you need to avoid to make sure that you cross this particular band score. Okay, let's get started. Mistake number 1 is fluency, and this is the most serious mistake that a student can make. And what do I mean by fluency? It means that you're not keeping your answers at length. You are hesitating to speak the language. You're searching for words while you speak. And also, there's a lot of self repetition and corrections. You're repeating what you said earlier. You're correcting yourself as you speak constantly. And this is happening throughout your test. This is not a one off case. This is happening with every single question. That's when your fluency is at fault, and if you correct this, you will improve beyond a band 5. Mistake number 2 is problems with comprehension. The person listening to you is not able to piece your answer together, is not able to understand what your answer is and why you are saying so, or what you're saying is not clear. And also, there's some issue with understanding your pronunciation. You may have a regional accent, but somehow the way you pronounce words is making it unclear as to what that word is. And that's when you are scored a band 5 in the areas of pronunciation and also in fluency. So if you can correct your pronunciation errors, and if you can make sure that you think clearly as to what you want to say, put that in words clearly, or follow the structures that we taught you. Look at this masterclass here. We've taught you structures that you can follow, and that will also improve the length of your answers. So if you just do these things, your score will slightly improve beyond a band 5. Moving ahead to the third problem, and this is also a serious issue: problems with grammar. Now, generally, even a band 9 speaker occasionally may make errors with grammar, and a one off error is excused. But if you're making errors with every sentence, and like I said in the beginning, if you're correcting those sentences as you speak, and these sentences are just simple structures, you're not framing complex or compound structures, or you are framing sentences in such a way that the word order is totally a mess, or it's just that it's creating a difficulty to understand what your sentences are, that makes it a band 5 answer, and that makes it a band 5 in your grammatical range and accuracy. And these are the mistakes that you need to avoid. You need to avoid mistakes with articles, with singular and plural, with tenses, with verb forms, with formation of sentences, and also usage of good complex and compound structures. I've done a video on grammatical range here that will help you understand how you can frame these structures. Check out that video here. Mistake number 4 is problems with vocabulary. You are not paraphrasing. You're borrowing words from the question. You're just not attempting to use different words from what the question is. Let's say a question asks you, do you watch sports? And you say, yes, I watch sports. So you're not paraphrasing at all. You might have to use different words for watch. I love spending time doing something else but not sports. Maybe that's a good way to structure a sentence. Second mistake is you are not using less common words at. For example, a word like good can be paraphrased in many ways. It can be fine, it can be superior, it can be qualitative, it can be pleasant, it can be beautiful, it can be anything, and it can be changed based on the context of your answer. But if you keep using the same word for every single idea out there, that means you don't know vocabulary, and that's creating a problem for your score. Also, another mistake in this area is not using idioms at all. Now, in the speaking test, you are expected to display some idiomatic language. It can be less natural. You may not be a pro in the area of idioms yet, but at least try to use one or two of them and try to attempt to be natural there. And the last mistake is pronunciation. Here, you may be pronouncing certain words correctly, and like I said, that may create comprehension issues for the person listening, but you're also having an other issue here. You're not displaying the features that a native speaker would do. So, for example, you're not having intonation, you're not having the right kind of stresses in your answer, your syllable stresses are wrong, and all of these mistakes can count as errors in the area of pronunciation, and that makes you a band 5. So, if you can just correct yourself in all the mistakes that I just mentioned, you will cross that area of band 5. Now, your next target should be to reach a band 7. After you've crossed band 5, should be to reach band 7. And for that, you will have to further refine yourself. And I'll come up with a video to help you understand how you can score a band 7 in the speaking test. But I hope you watched and enjoyed this lesson thoroughly, and I hope you will implement this in your practice. Subscribe to my channel here and receive updates on my WhatsApp group, the link to which is there in the video description. You can join the group and you will receive updates as and when I do a live class on the speaking section. If you want to watch our other content on YouTube pertaining to speaking, I've tagged those lessons as well in the previous sections of this video. You can check that out and let me know in the comments if you have any questions. If you want to be coached by me on the speaking section, you can express your interest in the admissions form. I'll take your marks directly, give you feedback and tell you where you're going wrong. That is just a portion of the whole structure of my coaching program. You can check it out and let me know if you're interested. Alright, so I'll see you guys in another video next week. Until then, you take care. Make sure your practice is consistent. Bye-bye.